Hey YouTube, Techno Hippie here. Today I would like to talk to you about depression. Depression, it sucks. It really sucks. I'm currently in a really depressed state of mind. Today's probably the best day that I've had all week as far as that. Um, it really doesn't make sense. Even when everything in life is going really good, you can still be really depressed and just not want to exist. Like, for the most part, life is going good. I mean, I'm not financially secure really right now, so that kind of makes it worse. But I'm keeping my head above water, which is fine. That's really all you need to live and to be happy is, are you able to afford living? As long as you're able to afford living, then yeah, you should be fine. You should be able to create joy because only you can create your joy. Your joy shouldn't come from your wealth of money, of paper dollars. It should come from your wealth at your heart. And it really just doesn't make sense on why sometimes you get really depressed and you just can't seem to shake that depressed feeling. Um, for me, I've been struggling with depression for 10 years now. Um, 10 years since the first time I went on medication. Today, I don't take any medication, and so I understand that when I get depressed, the only person I can point the finger at is myself. But to me, the side effects on the medications that I would be prescribed and in the amounts that I would be prescribed is just really not worth taking for me. Um, I found ways to deal with my depression, not the most healthy of ways. I will go off and do marathon gaming, or I'll write poetry, which is actually quite healthy. But most of the time, I just block everything and everyone out, and I just game all day and night. I just won't eat. I'll barely sleep. Um, Working becomes really hard while you're depressed. Just getting up out of bed is really hard. I find currently getting out of bed without coffee ready or me needing to immediately go to the bathroom to be really hard. Um, the great thing about working from home right now, doing blogs and YouTube, is that I kind of get to make my own schedule. I mean, yeah, I do need to put out regular content. And yeah, I'm struggling with doing that right now because August is a really hard month for me. Um, it's been about 6 years since my dad died in August, and it's just always a really hard month for me. I mean, having bad things happen to you just aspirates the negative feelings that you have. Um, but it's still no excuse. Like, you can always find a reason to smile. I still manage to find reasons to smile. One of the things I happen to do while I marathon gaming is I give myself a confidence boost. I go, look at how much I've improved. Look at how many games I've won. I give myself confidence boosts to help find reasons to smile when everything looks dark. And that's really the best thing that you can do for depression besides take medication is just find reasons to smile. It's not easy, and having people tell you just smile is not easy. In fact, that makes things worse. Um, if you're a friend of somebody with depression, just about the last thing that you should tell them is, I don't know why you're not happy. You should just be happy. Like, you don't understand. Like, even if everything is going good for you, depression can still strike and make everything look like shit and feel like shit. It, you gotta look for the reasons to smile that you do have. And sometimes it's just not as easy as it sounds. Other times it's really easy if your life is actually legitimately going good, like it was for me last year. I had no problems finding reasons to smile, even when I felt like shit. But um, this is a really trying month for me. Yesterday I sobbed my eyes out with my roommate. We got into a fight because he wasn't understanding why I was shutting him out, because I didn't tell him how I was feeling or why I was feeling that way. And I explained to him, and I cried for what feels like hours. I'm sure it was only like an hour and a half or something like that, a little bit over an hour. But the best thing you can do with depression is explain to your loved ones who would support you, or your friends who would support you, like what you're going through the best you can. I mean, it's really hard to um, it's really hard to explain it sometimes. I had a really hard time trying to explain it, but it's just not always easy. So just keep in mind that if you have somebody that you love that has depression, to be understanding of why they seem to be doing stuff that just really doesn't make sense. And if it's really unhealthy for them, confront them about it. Don't confront them in an aggressive manner. Just come to them and talk to them. Be like, hey, I'm concerned. Like, this seems to be unhealthy. This seems to be taking you back in life. This seems to be hindering your progress. And it seems to be making you feel worse, even though you think it makes you feel better. And that's kind of how my roommate approached it after we had our small disagreement. And I explained, like, I do this, I marathon game and shut out the world because I don't feel like shit when I'm playing video games all the time. I don't feel like shit when I don't have to think about my feelings. um, yeah, so really the best thing you can do is be there for somebody and be understanding and be open to what they have to say, and just try and help them find and create reasons to smile. It's the best thing that you can do. That's it, YouTube.